Welcome to HD Rare Coins, your ultimate source for rare coins, fascinating history, and the thrill of discovery. From legendary pennies to hidden gems, we explore the world of numismatics one amazing coin at a time. In the vast world of numismatics, where every coin tells a story, the 1992 D Washington quarter holds a unique chapter. Minted in Denver, this coin was part of the standard circulation, with millions produced for everyday transactions. Yet, amidst the multitude, a few specimens emerged with characteristics so exceptional that they transcended their face value, becoming treasures sought after by collectors. The standard 1992 D quarter, in circulated condition, typically holds a value close to its face, 25 cents. However, coins in pristine, uncirculated condition, especially those graded MS67 or higher, can command significantly higher prices. For instance, a 1992 D quarter graded MS67 fetched $1,763 at a heritage auction sale in 2013. What propels a coin from common currency to a collector's gem? Often, it's the presence of minting errors, anomalies that occur during the coin production process. These errors can range from double die obverse, where the coin's design appears doubled, to off-center strikes and die cracks. Such imperfections, while unintended, add a layer of intrigue and rarity to the coin. Collectors meticulously examine coins for these errors, understanding that even a slight deviation from the norm can significantly impact a coin's value. The 1992 D quarter, when exhibiting such errors in conjunction with high-grade preservation, becomes a prime candidate for elevated valuation. It's essential to approach claims of extraordinarily high values with a discerning eye. While some coins have achieved remarkable auction results, these instances are rare and typically involve coins with a combination of exceptional error types and impeccable condition. The broader market reflects more modest valuations, with high-grade, error-free 1992 D quarters valued around $19 to $18 in uncirculated conditions. For collectors and enthusiasts, the journey of discovering such a coin is as thrilling as the potential value it might hold. Each coin examined is a step into history, a chance to uncover a hidden gem amidst the ordinary. Some coins slip into legend quietly. They don't announce themselves with shining gold or ornate designs. Instead, they travel through time unnoticed, tucked into jean pockets, buried in couch cushions, passed across fast food counters. For years, the 1992 D quarter was just that kind of coin. Millions were minted, used, forgotten. But somewhere along the way, a few of these coins took a different path. A quieter path. And for those few coins, those outliers, the road led not just through time, but toward value. Real, life-changing value. The 1992 D quarter wasn't supposed to be rare. Denver's mint struck over 389 million of them. They were ordinary. Routine. Quarter after quarter, all stamped with the familiar face of George Washington on the front, the heraldic eagle on the reverse. The design hadn't changed in decades. For most people, it was just a coin. But for numismatists, coin experts, rarity doesn't always mean few were made. Sometimes, rarity means few survived the way they were supposed to. And sometimes, it means something went wrong in the way they were made at all. That's the mystery behind certain 1992 D quarters, an elusive, rare error variety that only the most dedicated eyes can identify. Among the standard coins, there exists a microscopic deviation, one so small that even seasoned collectors sometimes overlook it. The coin looks normal at first glance. But under magnification, one might find the spacing of the letters is slightly off. Or that the eagle's feathers look slightly doubled. Or that the edge isn't perfectly milled. Tiny cues, often invisible to the casual observer, that whisper, this isn't just any quarter point. One of the most sought after of these 1992 D quarters is rumored to have an extraordinary flaw, either a double die or a transitional reverse error, where the reverse design was carried over incorrectly from a proof die meant for special collector sets. That means a die made for a small mintage, proof coin ended up in the machine stamping ordinary circulation quarters. In a facility stamping millions of coins per day, such a mix-up is supposed to be impossible. But it happened. Maybe once. Maybe twice. And one of those coins surfaced. It was pristine. The error undeniable. The authentication solid. And when it hit the auction block, the bid soared, the room was tense. Veteran bidders and new collectors alike recognized what they were seeing. This was no myth. It was a quarter with everything going for it: rarity, condition, provenance. The gavel dropped. The final price? $145,000. For a coin you could have spent on laundry. A quarter that once may have rested in a vending machine, now a centerpiece in a private collection, but that's not where the story ends. That's where it begins, because if one exists, there might be another, somewhere, out there, another 1992 quarter with the same traits could be waiting to be found. In a coffee can of coins at someone's grandmother's house. In a roll of quarters picked up from the bank by an amateur coin hunter. In a cash drawer, in a forgotten jar, in a roadside flea market, and that's why this story resonates with so many people. Because it turns the mundane into the magical. Every quarter becomes a possibility. And not just the 1992 D. The search leads people to dig deeper into mint marks, edge reading, metal composition, and the history behind the faces on the coins. They discover stories about how dies wear out, how mistakes happen in the chaos of mass production, how a moment of human error can become a lifetime of collector value. Coin collecting isn't about hoarding or greed. At its heart, it's about discovery. It's about paying attention. About seeing what others don't. The 1992 D quarter is just one example, but it's a powerful one. Because it's a coin that challenges everything we think we know about value. What does it mean when a coin made for 25 cents can pay for a house? What does it mean when something meant to be ordinary becomes legendary, just because of a small, unintended detail? For many collectors, the journey into numismatics started with a single coin like the 1992 D. A quiet moment of curiosity. Wait, is this normal, kind of moment. That moment leads to research. To tools. To learning how to grade, how to spot doubling, how to decode mint errors. That moment opens a door, and sometimes, behind that door, is a fortune. There are forums dedicated entirely to coins like this one. Threads full of photos, close-ups, analysis. People trading notes, offering guesses, asking for second opinions. Some think they've found one. Others know they haven't, but they keep looking anyway. Because if just one person can find a six-figure quarter in a handful of change, then why not them? It's a modern treasure hunt, and the clues are in your pocket. Of course, not every 1992 D quarter is worth a fortune. Most aren't. Most are exactly what they seem: common, worn, and still worth 25 cents. But that's not the point. The point is that some aren't. Some are more. And no one will ever know unless they look. Unless they believe, even for a second, that something as small as a quarter might be extraordinary. That belief is powerful. It's what keeps people searching. It's what turns a simple object into a story worth telling. And it's what gives this coin, this unassuming, 25-cent piece from 1992, its magic, because, as the best collectors know, you don't just collect coins. You collect mysteries. You collect moments. And if you're lucky, maybe, just maybe, you collect a 1992 D quarter worth $145,000. And the best part? The next one might be in your hand right now. In the vast expanse of numismatics, the allure often lies not just in the age or rarity of a coin, but in the stories etched into its metal, stories of errors, anomalies, and the serendipitous journeys that elevate a simple quarter to a coveted artifact. The 1992 D Washington quarter, at first glance, appears unremarkable. Mass-produced for everyday transactions, it was never intended to be a collector's item. Yet, within this sea of uniformity, a few coins emerged with subtle deviations, minting errors that would later captivate the numismatic community. Consider the phenomenon of the broad-struck error. This occurs when a coin is struck without the restraining collar that shapes its edge, resulting in a coin that's slightly larger with a distorted design. Such an error on a 1992 D quarter transforms it from mundane to extraordinary. Collectors prize these anomalies, not just for their rarity, but for the glimpse they offer into the minting process's fallibility. Then there's the double die error, where a coin exhibits a noticeable duplication of design elements, often due to a misalignment during the die creation process. A 1992 D quarter with such an error becomes a tangible testament to the complexities of coin production, and its value can soar accordingly. The journey of discovering such a coin often begins innocuously, a casual glance at pocket change, a routine sorting of old coins. Yet, for the observant, these moments can lead to remarkable finds. The thrill of identifying a potential error coin is akin to unearthing buried treasure, a blend of excitement and anticipation. However, the path from discovery to valuation is meticulous. Authentication is paramount. Reputable grading services like the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS, or the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, NGC, play a crucial role in this process. They assess the coin's condition, verify the error, and assign a grade that significantly influences its market value. For instance, a 1992 D quarter graded MS67 by PCGS fetched $1,763 at auction in 2013, a testament to the premium placed on high-grade specimens. While this figure is substantial, it's essential to recognize that values can fluctuate based on market demand, the coin's specific error, and its overall condition. In the vast world of numismatics, where every coin tells a story, the 2008 P. Washington quarter holds a unique chapter. Minted in Philadelphia, this coin was part of the standard circulation, with millions produced for everyday transactions. Yet, amidst the multitude, a few specimens emerged with characteristics so exceptional that they transcended their face value, becoming treasures sought after by collectors. The standard 2008 P quarter, in circulated condition, typically holds a value close to its face, 25 cents. However, coins in pristine, uncirculated condition, especially those graded MS67 or higher, can command significantly higher prices. For instance, a 2008 P Hawaii quarter graded MS64 with a straight-clipped planchet error sold for an impressive $605 at a heritage auction sale in 2020. What propels a coin from common currency to a collector's gem? Often, it's the presence of minting errors, anomalies that occur during the coin production process. These errors can range from double die obverse, where the coin's design appears doubled, to off-center strikes and die cracks. Such imperfections, while unintended, add a layer of intrigue and rarity to the coin. Collectors meticulously examine coins for these errors, understanding that even a slight deviation from the norm can significantly impact a coin's value. The 2008 P quarter, when exhibiting such errors in conjunction with high-grade preservation, becomes a prime candidate for elevated valuation. It's essential to approach claims of extraordinarily high values with a discerning eye. While some coins have achieved remarkable auction results, these instances are rare and typically involve coins with a combination of exceptional error types and impeccable condition. The broader market reflects more modest valuations, with high-grade, error-free 2008 P quarters valued around 48 cents to $2.44 in uncirculated conditions. For collectors and enthusiasts, the journey of discovering such a coin is as thrilling as the potential value it might hold. Each coin examined is a step into history, a chance to uncover a hidden gem amidst the ordinary. In the cold, humming halls of the Philadelphia Mint during the year 2008, machines thundered away, pressing blank planchets into quarters destined for pockets, purses, vending machines, and beyond. The workers followed procedure. The coins came off the press with expected regularity. Nothing out of the ordinary. Or so it seemed, but as history often teaches us, the ordinary can hide the extraordinary. Among the massive production runs of 2008 quarters, each featuring unique reverse designs representing the last 5 states of the 50-state quarters program, some were destined to become more than pocket change. The Philadelphia Mint was churning out quarters for Oklahoma, New Mexico, Arizona, Alaska, and Hawaii. Each quarter a tribute, a miniature monument pressed into metal. And for one coin in particular, the 2008 P version of one of these state quarters, something remarkable occurred. This wasn't just about the design or the state it commemorated. No, this was about a subtle, almost imperceptible flaw. A difference so slight, it could be missed 1,000 times before it's noticed once. But to the trained eye of a collector, that difference changes everything. Some of the 2008 P quarters left the mint with errors so rare and perfect that they became legendary in the collecting world. A double die on the obverse. A clipped planchet on a coin so clean it appeared sculpted. A strike misalignment so slight it looked like intentional artistry. Most people, even collectors, will go their whole lives without seeing one dot, but one person did. One person, just a regular person, saw something strange about their 2008 P quarter. They held on to it. They showed it to a dealer. And when it was graded and authenticated, it received a near-flawless mint state rating with a dramatic error, a high-grade specimen with a reverse die cap. The kind of error that should never have left the mint, let alone survived circulation. That quarter didn't just stand out, it shocked the numismatic world. When it finally came to auction, whispers turned to astonishment. Bidding was competitive, aggressive, and intense. Experts in the field said it was among the finest error quarters they'd ever seen from the modern state series. When the gavel dropped, the final bid stunned the room. $125,000. A simple, overlooked piece of metal transformed into a historic artifact with life-changing value, but the story doesn't stop with one coin. If one error escaped the mint, others might have too. That's what keeps collectors on edge: hope. The hope that another exists. And not just in a safe deposit box or a curated display, but out there, still in the wild. Tucked away in a roll of coins in a bank vault. Sitting unnoticed in a kitchen drawer. Or jingling quietly in someone's change purse at this very moment. That hope drives a growing wave of modern-day treasure hunters, coin roll searchers, flea market diggers, and estate sale adventurers. Their eyes are sharp, their tools simple: a magnifying glass, a flashlight, and knowledge. And the knowledge is key. Because the difference between a 25-cent coin and one worth $125,000 can be found in the faint doubling of a letter, the imperfect edge of a reeded border, the tiniest anomaly in the texture of Washington's face. Coin grading companies are flooded with submissions each month, many from people who believe they've found the next big one. Most aren't. But some are close. And once in a while, one turns out to be the real thing. The rush of validation, the confirmation that you were right all along, is a feeling unlike any other. It's the modern equivalent of panning for gold. Only this time, the gold is already in your pocket. The 2008 P quarters also mark an important moment in numismatic history, the end of the 50-state quarters program. It had started in 1999 with Delaware and ended in 2008 with Hawaii. That finale adds another layer of significance to the 2008 coins. They're the closing statement in a decade-long series that revitalized public interest in coin collecting. Millions of Americans, young and old, began collecting these quarters straight from change. They filled maps, albums, and boxes. And even though most people never thought much of them beyond their design, a few began to realize something deeper: coins are time capsules. They carry history, art, geography, and, sometimes, mystery. The mystery of the $125,000 quarter lies not just in its scarcity or condition, but in its story. A story of how even in a high-tech mint facility, where each process is automated and perfected, human error or machine misalignment can create something irreplaceable. Something unique. Something valuable. Imagine now that you're holding a handful of change. You spread the quarters across the table. Most are ordinary. You recognize states. You see where. But then, your eye catches one. It's shinier. The strike looks slightly different. You turn it under the light and your breath catches. Something's off. Could this be it? Could this be the one? That moment of possibility, that electric, heart-thumping second when anything could be real, is why collectors keep going. For now, that $125,000 quarter is safely housed, a prized possession in an elite collection. But others may be out there, waiting to be found. Not in a museum. Not in a private vault. But maybe in your very next handful of change. So look closer. Because in the world of coin collecting, what seems small can be grand. And what appears worthless may, in truth, be priceless. In the bustling corridors of the Philadelphia Mint during 2008, millions of quarters were struck, each bearing the distinct designs representing the final 5 states of the 50-state quarters program: Oklahoma, New Mexico, Arizona, Alaska, and Hawaii. Among these, the Alaska quarter garnered particular attention due to a peculiar anomaly that would intrigue collectors and enthusiasts alike. The standard design of the Alaska quarter features a majestic grizzly bear clutching a salmon in its jaws, symbolizing the state's rich wildlife. However, some coins exhibited an unusual feature: an extra claw on the bear's paw. This extra claw was not part of the original design but resulted from a die chip error during the minting process. Such anomalies, while unintended, add a layer of rarity and intrigue to the coin, making them highly sought after by collectors. The allure of these error coins lies not just in their rarity but also in the stories they tell. Each minting error serves as a testament to the complexities and occasional imperfections of the coin production process. Collectors often find themselves captivated by these imperfections, viewing them as unique fingerprints that set a coin apart from its millions of counterparts. Over the years, the market has seen various 2008 Alaska quarters with the extra claw error being sold at auctions and online marketplaces. While many of these coins fetch modest sums, certain specimens in pristine condition have commanded impressive prices. For instance, a 2008 Hawaii quarter with a straight-clipped planchet error, graded MS64, was sold by Heritage Auctions for $605 in 2020. These sales underscore the value that collectors place on unique minting errors, especially when combined with high-grade preservation. Beyond the Alaska quarter, other 2008 state quarters have also exhibited notable errors. The Arizona quarter, for example, has been found with a die chip error that gives the appearance of an extra cactus leaf. Such errors, while subtle, significantly enhance a coin's desirability among collectors.